Today we are going to see our next practical, that is practical number 4th A in your practical list. The practical is that develop a simple JSP application to display values obtained from the use of intrinsic objects of various types. So first it all, what is meant by intrinsic objects? Intrinsic objects are also called as implicit objects, and implicit objects are the objects which are automatically created by JSP engine. Okay, and the developer just have to use that objects directly, means developer do not have to declare the objects because the objects are already present or already provided by JSP environment. Okay, so here is the example in which we are going to use the three implicit objects. First object is request object, second is response object, and third one is the session object. Okay, and then there are few methods that we are going to use of these objects. Okay, so let us first see request object. Request object is the object of HTTP servlet request class, and we can obtain query string and context path as well as remote host by using the methods get query string, get context path, and get remote host method. Okay, so here is the syntax less than percent equal to. This syntax is nothing but the JSP expressions which we are going to use to display the output on the browser. Okay, so this statement request.get query string will directly display the query string on the browser. Similarly, context path, get context path method will also display context path on the web browser, and then get remote host will display the details of the remote host on the browser. Then second object is the response object. Again the response object is the object of HTTP servlet response class which is automatically provided by JSP engine, and we are going to use this object to display character encoding type, then content type, and the value of the locale. So for this we used methods like get character encoding, get content type, and the method get locale. And again the syntax is same, less than percent equal to. This syntax of expression we are going to use to display the character encoding type, then content type, and locale. Then third object is the session object. Again session object is the object of HTTP session class, and here we are going to use this class to display the session ID, then get creation time, and last accessed time of the session. And for that we are going to use again the expression and the method of session object like get ID. Then next method is get creation time. This time will retrieve the time in the long type, so we are going to convert it into a date format by using the date object which belongs to java.util package. So here it is written new java.util.date into bracket session.get creation time. Again same thing with the last access time. Again get last access time method will return the time in long data type, and we need to convert it into a date format. For that we are going to pass this as a parameter to this date object of util package. Okay, so in this way we can display last accessed time. So let us see how we can do this in NetBeans IDE. For that we just need to create a new project in this. So click on file option, then new project option. Here we need to create web application, so here it is Java web application. Click on the next button. Then here suppose we have written the practical project name as a practical 4A. Project location is here d:/Java study. You can select from this browse option here. Then next here it is the server and settings. Already our server is set Glassfish server and Java EE version is there. Just click on next. Here we do not need to select any framework, just click on the finish button. So it will open a new project. Okay, so here is the file index.html. So we need to create one JSP file here. So for that, just click on the web pages option, then right click on it, select the new option and the option JSP. Okay, suppose our file name is implicit demo. Okay, so click on finish. Okay, so in this file implicit demo.jsp, we are going to add the code into the body section. So instead of this statement, we write the statement of the various implicit objects. Okay, so I just copy it here. Okay, so here it is. The first line is use of intrinsic objects in JSP, and then all the objects, that is request object, its method, then response objects, its methods, and the last one is the session object. Okay, so next what we have to do, just right click here and run file. Okay, so this will first start the Glassfish server, and then this file is deployed on web server, and we will get the output. It will take some time. Okay, here you can see two files are there. First is the implicit demo.jsp file, and second one is the index.html file that we haven't used here. Okay, so what is the expected output here? First it will display the message use of intrinsic objects in JSP, then it will display the header, again request object, and below that it will display query string, context path, and remote host. Okay, then for response object it will display character encoding type, then content type, and local. And then for session object it will display session ID, then session creation time, and last access time of session. Okay, so we will get all this on a single page of web browser. Let us see the output. Okay, so I think here it is, the message practical 4a was successfully deployed, and here we will get the output on the browser. Okay, here it is. Okay, so you can see the first statement, then request object. Here query string is null because we haven't input any data here. If there is any form from which we submit some data, then it will show us the query string which has some input parameters. Here context path is /pract4a, then remote host is this machine only, so it will just show the hex notation, that is IPv6 address here. Then a response object is here, character encoding type is UTF-8, then content type is text/HTML and charset UTF-8, then local is ENUS. Here it is the session ID, then here it is session creation time and last access time. Okay, so all these things we will get by using the implicit objects, that is the intrinsic objects in JSP. So that's it for this practical.